On a quiet spring morning in Charleston, South Carolina, Lily Parker walked along the cobblestone streets on her way to a small bookstore where she worked. At 29 years old, she had built a peaceful life surrounded by old novels, fresh coffee, and the comforting silence of turning pages. Although she smiled at customers every day, there was one chapter of her life she had never been able to close. 10 years earlier, she had fallen deeply in love with a young college student named Ryan Carter. They dreamed of traveling across America together, opening a small cafe by the beach and growing old side by side. But after graduation, Ryan suddenly disappeared. No phone calls, no messages, no explanation. Lily believed he had simply stopped loving her, so she moved on. Or at least she tried. One rainy afternoon, an elderly mail carrier entered the bookstore carrying a small weathered envelope. "Are you Lily Parker?" he asked. She nodded. "I've been trying to deliver this letter for years," he said. Confused, Lily looked at the faded handwriting on the envelope. It was Ryan's. Her hands trembled as she carefully opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter dated exactly 10 years earlier. "Dear Lily, if you're reading this, something must have gone terribly wrong. My family is moving across the country tonight. I don't know when I'll be able to come back, but I promise you one thing. I will never stop loving you. Please don't wait for me. Live your life, chase your dreams, and if fate is kind, maybe one day our paths will cross again. Forever yours, Ryan." Tears filled Lily's eyes. For 10 years she had believed she had been forgotten, but the truth had been sitting inside a lost letter all along. That evening she searched Ryan's name online. She discovered he now lived in San Diego and owned a small architecture company. For hours she stared at his photo on the screen. He looked older, so did she, yet somehow his smile hadn't changed. After several sleepless nights, Lily made a decision. She booked a flight to California. When she arrived in San Diego, the warm ocean breeze felt completely different from the quiet streets of Charleston. She found Ryan's office overlooking the harbor. Her heart pounded as she stepped inside. The receptionist smiled. "Do you have an appointment?" Lily shook her head. "No, but I have a letter." A few moments later, Ryan walked into the lobby. The moment their eyes met, time seemed to stop. Neither of them spoke. Neither of them moved. Finally, Ryan whispered, "Lily?" She smiled through tears. "I finally got your letter." Ryan's eyes filled with emotion. "I wrote that every single day in my mind for 10 years. They spent the entire afternoon walking along the waterfront, sharing everything life had taken from them and everything it had given them. Ryan explained that after moving away, his family had faced difficult financial problems. They changed addresses several times, lost contact with old friends, and believed Lily had moved on. Lily admitted she had never truly stopped wondering why he disappeared. As the sun slowly disappeared into the Pacific Ocean, Ryan looked at her and quietly asked, "Do you think love can survive 10 years?" Lily smiled. "I think real love never counts the years." Several months later, Ryan returned to Charleston. Together they opened the little bookstore cafe they had dreamed about when they were teenagers. Every customer who entered noticed an old framed letter hanging beside the front door. Whenever someone asked why it was there, Lily would smile and answer, "Because sometimes the most important message in your life arrives exactly when your heart is finally ready to read it." And every spring morning, as sunlight filled the bookstore windows, Ryan would quietly take Lily's hand, grateful that one forgotten letter had found its way